A battle of unbeatens for the Class C1 State Class Championship in Nebraska high school football in 1996. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a frigid Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. I'm Jim Rose, along with former Husker All-American Tommy Frazier, and battle-tested Battle Creek up against the Eagles of Milford, the #1 team in all of Class C1. Two undefeated teams. It looks like a dynamite matchup, Tommy, and what we have out of Milford is one of the state's top running backs in Mike Cunningham, 185 per carries this year for 1,619 yards. He's really a dynamite player, and he's right on the borderline of Division I prospects. But this guy has put together a terrific career, and he is somebody that is going to be awfully tough for Battle Creek to handle. He's a 217-pound senior who can run with good acceleration and speed, but Battle Creek at the same time is a team under Coach Bob Schnitzler now in their 16th playoff that is not only used to holding down great players on the other team, but winning the big games.
Yeah, what you have here is a battle of two undefeated teams. You can't ask for nothing for a state championship. And what I feel is the team who comes out and establishes that presence. What I mean by that team who comes out and say, hey, this is our game. This is the game. We're going to come out here and set the tone at the beginning of the game. It's the one who's going to take control of this game early and could very well take control through the whole game and win.
It is a rematch of last year's championship, won by the Eagles of Milford, score of 21-10. So the Braves have made it a point to get back here, have themselves in position to avenge that loss, and can they do it today?
Well, revenge is always the key. You know, Battle Creek coming in this game knowing that they lost last year, coming back and say, hey, we lost last year, now here's our chance to regain something that belongs to us. Meanwhile, Milford saying, hey, well, we beat these guys last year, so this is no big thing for us. All we got to do is go out there and just play our ball, and we'll win this game.
Both of these teams are outstanding on defense. Milford only allowing a total of 148 yards per game defensively. Battle Creek only allowing about 194. And now, as we continue to prepare for this Milford Battle Creek game for the C1 title, let's turn it over to the voice of Memorial Stadium, Rick Schwiger.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please all rise as Emily Mitchell, a senior from Norris High School, sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Fine rendition on a difficult day to do anything outdoors. It's not going to be easy with the wind blowing out of the north at 25 miles an hour. The temperature at kickoff for this C1 title game is 24 degrees. There is a slight chance of freezing rain. We could see the wind chill drop into the minus digits. Well, both of these teams, as we said, have rallied around their defenses this year. But quite honestly, if there is one ball club that has focused on defense more, I think it would probably have to be Battle Creek, because they have built their whole team around some top players for them, and specifically Dave Volk, who is number 76 for the Braves. He is a Nebraska defensive end recruit. but they also have Tyrone Euler, and a lot of Nebraskans are familiar with the Euler family of Battle Creek. They've had several fine athletes coming out of there, including Todd Euler, who plays for the Huskers now, and Cody Roward. Mike Steelmeyer, Ryan Clintoby have stepped in as quality defensive tackles. Coach Bob Schnitzler has always prided his teams on the ability to take control of the contest on the defensive front. And Tommy Frazier, that'll be critically important against Cunningham today.
Yes, it will. As they always say, offense wins games, but defense wins championships. And if Battle Creek want to win this championship, they're going to have to deal with their defense.
So what do we have here from Milford, a ball club that has worn the crown as champion for a whole year? And how difficult is it? You tried it. You were successful at it. How difficult is it to be a champion for a year and then defend it?
Well, it's not difficult. The only difficult part about it is getting yourself prepared to take everyone's best shot, whether the team is going to be highly rated or the team is lowly rated. That's the only hard part about it, is getting yourself motivated to take each team's best shot.
And we return now to the voice of Memorial Stadium for an introduction of the Eagles of Milford, Rick Schwiger.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the University of Nebraska and Memorial Stadium for this, the C1 State Football Championships. Here are your player introductions, beginning with the visiting team, Milford Eagles. Number 1, Brandon Roth. Number 2, Derek Stutzman. Number 4, Kyle Hinkst. Number 5, Chad Geiger. Number 11, Jason Berkey. Number 25, Jason Welch. Number 35, Randy Norris. Number 45, Mike Cunningham. Number 54, Kurt Michaelis. Number 58, Dan Mathis. Number 65, Brian Stolman. Number 69, Andy Bird. Number 73, Dave Bishop. Number 88, Clay Stuffer. Number 19, DJ Yoder. Number 20, Zach Schlegel. Number 31, Andy Fiala. Number 44, BJ Kremer. Number 52, Todd Roth. Number 56, Nate Bennett. Number 75, Corey Hostetler. Number 79, Reed Rediger. Number 80, Phil Kramer. And the head coach of the Eagles, Marty Hinkst.
And the rest of the Milford Eagles, champions of the Southern Nebraska Conference, and ready to recapture a championship. But they're going to have to go up against a ball club that has been so tradition-rich, maybe as tradition-rich as Creighton Prep or any of the great teams that have aspired to greatness in these championships, as we prepare to meet the Battle Creek Braves here on this frigid Memorial Stadium turf. But these Battle Creek Braves have a way of warming it up with versatile offense and truly stout defense. And again, here's the voice, Rick Schwiger.
And now for the player introductions of the designated home team, Battle Creek Braves. Number 6, Lance Timperley. Number 8, Chuck Hughes. Number 9, Ross Buckendahl. Number 10, Brandon Seifert. Number 20, Ben Amin. Number 22, Aaron Philpott. Number 25, Andrew Berra. Number 31, Chris Goodwater. Number 32, Scott Kudera. Number 35, Tyrone Euler. Number 37, Justin Tuma. Number 38, Matt Pockup. Number 48, Cody Roward. Number 55, Matt Obst. Number 56, Jeff Borchers. Number 62, Mike Seelmeyer. Number 66, Eric Scranton. Number 72, Heath Pudney. Number 76, Dave Volk. Number 77, Chad Schnorr. Number 78, Ryan Kleintobe. And number 82, Doug Carlson. The head coach of the Braves is Bob Schnitzler.
Looking for their fifth state championship. Sometimes to the rest of C1 it appears as though they keep winning it every year, but looking for Coach Schnitzler's fifth title to bring back to Battle Creek. Conversely, this has been a tremendous run for Milford. They have won 25 in a row, and most of their victories this year, if not all of them, have been very, very dull. They have won each game by an average of 36 points, but to give Battle Creek a little bit of incentive, or a little bit of hope anyway, Tommy Frazier, that in their last two victories in the quarters and semifinals, they've had to come from behind. Had to come from behind to beat Wahoo Newman, and then they had to beat Auburn in such a fashion by a score of 27-14. So though Battle Creek may be down on the scoreboard, may be down on the score sheet, don't expect them to be down on the scoreboard for very long, because sometimes all of those statistics, when you get into the title game, cannot mean very much, because you're going up against a team that is such a proven track record. Milford really will have to play its best ball game of the year to win this one.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, you throw all the stats out the door, and it goes to this is one game. So right now, what teams did during the regular season and during the playoffs doesn't mean anything right now. This is a game where that's going to determine all. It's the best two teams in this class this year, and it's all going to be settled right here in Memorial Stadium.
Another ferocious ground game for Battle Creek. They have not one but two kids who have rushed for over 1,000 yards this year. Tyrone Euler, the brother of Todd Euler, and Justin Tuma have 1,300 and 1,100 yards respectively. Who do you key on?
Well, you don't key on either one. You just go out there and run your defensive scheme like you've done all year. Because if you try to key on one person, the other guy's going to beat you. So you just go out there and play your style of defense, your style of football, and let everything else take care of itself.
And to give you an idea of just how good the whole system is at Battle Creek for Coach Schnitzler, they lost their starting quarterback, Ross Buckendahl. He went down with a broken arm. But in steps Chuck Hughes, and he leads them to victories in their last 3 games of the season. The officials for today's game, this Class C1 championship, the referee is Thomas Marsasek. Greg Hainline is the umpire. Ed Hoover is the linesman. The line judge is Tony McLaughlin, and the back judge is Russell Gray. 24 degrees at kickoff. The wind is ferocious, blowing out of the north, now up to 25 to 30 miles an hour. Coach Marty Hinkst gives some instructions to his son and the starting quarterback for his ball club. He is Kyle Hinkst. But with all of that wind blowing, you can expect havoc on the kicking game. With all that wind blowing, you can expect a whole mess of trouble trying to hang on to the football. And therein lies the key for both of these ball clubs today, Tommy Frazier, and that is to take care of the football.
Yeah, that's the main thing. And anytime you come into a championship game, the team who turns the ball over the fewest time has the best chance of winning the football game.
Milford will get the football first. No shortage of enthusiasm in Memorial Stadium as Chuck Hughes boots it deep. And for Milford, it's Chad Geiger to the 36-yard line. Well, Milford's going to have a few more folks yelling through Memorial Stadium here as the community is only about 10 miles to the west of Lincoln.
Yes, as we started the game on this opening kickoff, Milford's trying to make a statement saying, hey, we're going to try and take control of this game early by having a great kickoff return all the way out to the 38-yard line. Keep
your eye on number 45 in a white shirt. He's the 1,600-yard rusher who has scored 30 touchdowns. The quarterback, Kyle Hinkst, has been effective, 39 of 79 for 697 yards. Cunningham is not the I-back, but Geiger is the I-back. Cunningham is the fullback for Milford out of this offense. We have an official appearance by Thomas Marsasek immediately. The opening play of the ball game. From the 39-yard line, the Milford Eagles, undefeated and ranked number 1. Cunningham dives across the 40 to the 43-yard line.
Well, Milford starts the game off with a run by their best player so far. He goes across the line of scrimmage all the way out to the 44-yard line.
Ryan Clinatobi, number 78, is an outstanding down lineman. He is also on the line of scrimmage with Dave Volk. He's the Nebraska scholarship recruit, number 76. See what kind of game he has in the title contest. He got 5 at 2nd and 5 as Hinkst on the option, spinning and moving, but he cannot elude the grasp of Tyrone Euler.
Yeah, that was a great play by Tyrone Euler. He saw that he was trying to run an option, so he closed it as quick as he could to try to stop the guy from pitching the ball. Made him spin up inside, stop him for a short gain.
Going to see him faking it or giving it to Cunningham a ton today. He is the whole offense for them, or at least in many ways, the catalyst for their offense, because their leading 2 receivers have a combined 29 catches. So the running game is about it for Milford. It's 3rd and 5 at the 43. Hinkst on the option is spun away, and now he is dropped for a huge loss back to the 31 as the Braves kept coming and coming. And finally, Mike Seelmeyer sealed the fate of Kyle Hinkst, and it'll be 4th and long.
And here you see that the aggressive Battle Creek defense. They're not giving any ground here. As you see, that Mike Hinkst tries to run the option there. He grabs by one guy, but no, he gets spins around, but he's not going anywhere. There you see 4 or 5 Battle Creek Braves there on the tackle.
And getting in to show his wares was Cody Rowert. Here is the boot. It isn't much as Hinkst tops it high and in the air. Well, with his wind blowing, it comes straight down, and Battle Creek has the better of the field position as the Braves' first series comes from their own 47-yard line. Battle Creek out of the Mid-State Conference. Coach Schnitzler has guided 16 teams into the playoffs, and they won the title in 81 and 86 and 87 and 92. They finished in the title game in 88, 91, and 94, and last year. 1st and 10. Hughes, the quarterback. Not much running room as Tyrone Euler finds the going tough up to the 48.
There you saw them, big Brian Stoltman on the stop. This is a big guy. He's making sure that no matter what, they're not getting anything up the middle.
It means 2nd down after the gain of 9 yards. First series for the Braves. Designated the home team, the Navy in gold. Georgia Tech-style helmets. And a burst up the middle, good for good yardage as Euler takes the ball to the 40-yard line.
And this big guy, he really hit the hole real with some speed then. He didn't waste any time. As soon as he got the handball, his second step, he was at full speed. Wasn't touched until he was 5 yards down the field.
Euler is 35, Tuma is 37, the 2,000-yard rushers. Chuck Hughes, the quarterback. Number 8, Euler picking his way on first down from the 40. He gets to the 38.
That's a great job by that Milford defense right there. They contained me. You know, he tried to cut back, but the guy, he cut right back until big Brian Stolman.
Yep. Ross Buckendahl returned to football after missing his sophomore season and junior season with knee problems. He has been hurt, but they will interchange the two. Jill trying to come off the gimpy knee. And here is Hughes in there now. And he gives it off to Tuma. And Tuma's into the secondary and for a first down inside the 30 to the 29.
Right now, what we're seeing right now, Battle Creek is trying to establish a running game. You know, they have two backs over 1,000 yards, so what are they doing? They're trying to get them in the ball game early.
So you will see Buckendahl and Hughes rotating. And here is Buckendahl, number 9. He enters the lineup, but because he's such a good athlete, he is split to a wide receiver spot. So the two quarterbacks are into the ball game now at differing positions. Euler on the straight option veer series is tackled at the line of scrimmage, but he's able to stretch the body to the 25-yard line. Good work by Stolman, who has been in on virtually every play in this first series of downs for Battle Creek.
And what you see here is by the Battle Creek offensive line. You know they're doing a good job when they're averaging somewhere between 5 to 6 yards every carry.
4 down linemen for the Eagles. Hughes under center, that's a veer set. 2nd and 5. Euler to the 21. Shy of a first down. Stolman again. They're shy by just 1 as Stolman shed his blocker and got a hold. 270-pound senior. Key in this defensive line.
Well, right now, Brian Stolman is making his presence felt in the middle. He said, if you're gonna run the ball, you're gonna get hit by someone big. We're gonna make you feel the punishment that's coming towards you.
From the Milford 20 and a half. Hughes in the full house backfield. Euler shakes a tackle and gets the first down. He is ridden down on the play by Milford's linebacker, number 45, Mike Cunningham. But not until after that powerful, churning running back moves the football to the Eagle 15.
And what we're seeing right now from Euler is that he may be big, but he has some quick feet, strong, powerful legs too. So that's one thing that he utilizes to his advantage. That even though he's big, he's still very elusive and quick.
.6:55 in the first period of the C1 title game. Hughes, Euler, cutting back on a counter play. Again, so tough to bring down after initial contact. He reaches the 10-yard line. Brandon Roth had a chance at him in the backfield, but he hit him way too high, and Euler, after all of those carries and all of those yards and all of that gene pool, is way too hard to bring down with just one shot. See?
You know, with a guy like Euler, you don't want to hit him up high. You want to go down low, take his legs from him.
1,300 yards. 2nd and 5 at the 10. First series for Battle Creek, trying to set the tenor. Inside the 10, not for a first down. He gets to the 8-yard line. That is Tuma.
Well, on that play right then, you know, the previous 4 plays, they gave it to Euler, they gave it to Euler, they gave it to Euler. Now they're trying to switch it up and gave it to Tuma. They're just trying to keep them off balance here to let them know that, hey, we're giving the ball to Euler 4 times already early in the game, but don't forget about Tuma.
Euler and Tuma are also their better receivers. Time is out for a moment as they get bundled up in Memorial Stadium, but settle in. 3rd down and 3. 8-yard line. The Braves of Battle Creek on the opening series. Euler skating to the 2. He's got the first down. Had his pins knocked free there as he crossed the 5. Otherwise, he'd have had a convoy into the end zone.
Yeah, it's just there. Euler, there was nothing but end zone in front of him, but he was just tripped up as he breaks through the line right there. Someone trips over something and falls down. He falls down at the 3-yard line.
Knee touched at the 3, and it's first down and goal to go. Battle Creek at the Milford 3-yard line. Inching toward that south end zone. Hughes is jerked down by Roth. That's why Roth has made 132 tackles. He just gets in the way and grabbed a hold of his arm and jerked down Chuck Hughes.
Well, here we go. You see that Milford defense trying to establish itself. You know, they drove the ball down this far, but hey, what they say? Hey, we may bend, we're not going to break. You drove the ball down this far, but we're not going to let you get in the end zone.
Battle Creek got the football at its own 48-yard line and has since moved it to the 5. And a timeout has been called for by apparently the officials. We have not seen it indicate. Yep, that'll be called by Milford, I beg your pardon. The Eagles get the timeout. Being pushed around some. This is an impressive opening drive for the underdog.
Yeah, well, Battle Creek has come out and made their statement earlier. They say, you know what? You may be the number 1 team in the state, but we're the best team running the ball. We're going to come out here and go for you man for man, pound for pound, and see if you can stop us. If you can't stop us on the first drive, then we know what we can do, and you're going to be in for a long night because all we're going to do is run the ball.
And another demoralizing facet of this opening drive is that it's chewing up a whole ton of time, and it's with the wind at their backs, and they're not even using it.
Exactly. So that's one thing. They don't care about the wind right now. If they can push the ball down the field by running, then they're going to do it.
Timeout is over. It is second down. Goal to go at the 5-yard line. All of those backs in the backfield. It is an I. Euler the fullback. Tuma the I-back. Chuck Hughes is the quarterback. Euler shakes a tackle at the 3 to the 2 to the 1. No indication. Down at the 1. Third down and goal from the 1.
As you see here, they give the ball to Euler again. Let him use his raw strength and power. He takes the handoff there, and look at the missed tackle again behind line of scrimmage right there. He butts head up, and the guy brings down just shy of the goal line.
Cunningham must leave the field. He is number 45 exiting. And Battle Creek burns a timeout. 4:45, first period. This is the second series. Milford got the opening kickoff, could do nothing with it. Battle Creek got it after a short punt at their own 48. They have since moved it to the 1-foot line of Milford, where they now face third down and goal to go. Head coach Bob Schnitzler, indeed a legend. You know, it is as impressive as their 5 championships, their 5 runner-up finishes. That means in 16 years in the playoffs, they have been to the title game 10 times. And they've won exactly their fair share.
And what's that make a statement how UCLA went to all those championships in college basketball? You can say the same thing about Battle Creek. They played in 10 championship games. They're at the halfway point mark and winning 5.
Third down and goal. Milford just trying to get some footing on the ice rink. Hughes to Euler, standing up for the touchdown.
We have a penalty on the first flag on the play.
Motion, Battle Creek.
That takes the touchdown off the board. That's something that Battle Creek didn't want to happen. Want to happen. Because instead of it being a touchdown, now it's 3rd and 6.
You'll see the movement. Well, perhaps not. It was one of the backs. It might, in fact, have been Tuma, who actually jumped a count early. That's 5 yards. Those are tough to get. It's third down now, goal to go. Buckendahl enters with a play. He'll be lined up at a split end spot, actually in the flanker position. They send Andrew Barrow wide. Hughes giving it off, and no score, as Euler was driven back at the 5-yard line.
And as we look at the press box over the field, you can see that there's some snow or ice gathering on the field. So right there, you see as he took the handoff, he lost his foot. So his field is turning out to be an ice rink or something, because players aren't having their foot able to be able to keep that same traction.
The officials have asked for time. They'll respot the ball. It is 4th down, and we'll have a field goal attempt. And
the problem, one disadvantage that I see about having games here at Memorial Stadium. A lot of these teams, high school teams, are used to playing on grass surfaces. So, like on conditions like this, they don't know whether to wear tennis shoes or the wet football turfs.
Hawk up the spot for Volt. It's a 22-yard attempt, plenty of distance, and it is good. Dave Volk, the scholarship recruit, the big tackle, is also their kicker, and he boots through a 22-yard field goal. The Milford Eagles gave ground all the way to their 1, then got a penalty and a super defensive play to hold Battle Creek's Braves to a field goal. And with 3:57 in the first period of play, the Braves number 2, the number 1 Eagles nothing.
As we saw on that first drive, Battle Creek is trying to make their statements that we're going to pound the ball at you. Are you man enough to stop us from running the ball?
So at this point, what we're basically concerned with is whether Battle Creek will be able, in some way, Tommy, to continue with that offensive momentum, or will Milford be able to make the necessary adjustments defensively?
Well, right now, I think it's more that Milford will have to make the adjustment. Because right now, as you see, Battle Creek there's no secret of what they're trying to do. They're going to run the ball up the middle. Now, Milford has to make that adjustment with their defensive front 7 to try to stop that from happening.
Hughes will boot it. Geiger deep to receive for Milford. The ball is in the air, and Geiger has it at the 13. Starting I-back reaches the 30. First and 10, second series for the Milford Eagles. And head coach Marty Hinks sends son Kyle Hinks out onto the football field to guide the attack. Got to find a way to get the ball to Cunningham. He is the catalyst for this offense.
And right now, Battle Creek knows that's who they want to get the ball in the hands of Mike Cunningham. So what Milford has to do, they have to find another player. This is the championship game that's going to step out and play above what he has played all year.
Both of these teams did a nice job against the star running backs a year ago. In the title game a year ago, Cunningham managed just 49 yards, Euler 42. Cunningham with the football. Dragon Braves not going down until he slips at the 43. Well, on cue, Tommy Frazier, he comes through.
Well, anytime you talk about a person being held to low yards the previous year, they come back and prove you wrong and say, hey, they're not going to be able to stop me. I'm from the run, lost 12 yards.
He made it through each of the Braves before he was put down on the slickery, very difficult to run on AstroTurf Field at Memorial Stadium. 44-yard line where it is first down. And again, this time for much less. To the 46, a good gain of 2 when at that stage of the point of attack, just getting anything is pretty much a miracle. Well, Cunningham kept churning and he got himself 2, so it's second down and 8. Play Volk.
Yeah, but right now I feel that Milford need to find someone else to carry the load early in the game, because right now Battle Creek know that they want to get the ball to Cunningham, so they need to find that player on offense other than Cunningham to get the job done tonight.
Geiger is now on a wing position as Hinks runs the football himself across midfield. He is spinning and thrown down at the 49. He did not get the first down, but he was picked up and put down by Tuma. Third and about 3.
Tyrone Euler made the first initial hit.
Watch Tuma throw him like a rag doll. Just across the midfield stripe, it's third down at 2:19 in the first quarter. Braves 3-0. Cunningham, supposed to be pretty reliable. He'll be very close, but I don't believe he got the first down. He needs to get to between the 46 and 47. He may be just shy of the 47. Fourth down to a come for the Milford Eagles. And a measurement called for by referee Thomas Marcisek.
Well, from up here, like he just came up a half yard short. Right now, so here's the first critical call in the game right here. Here it is, you're on their side of the field, other side of the 50. Do you A, go for it? Do you B, try to draw them off sides, call a timeout and punt the ball away? Or do you C, just punt the ball and take your chances that way?
Or if you've got Cunningham, one of the most prolific rushers in Class C1, do you just barrel him into the line? Well, it's a little too early in the ball game to throw dice, so Marty Hinks has brought in the punting bunch. And Hinks will kick it away. Kyle will. That is the formation, although Battle Creek has sent no one deep to receive. High snap, and Hinks gets it away. It's going to bounce a little bit for Milford, but not much. Inside the 15 at about the 13-yard line. More like the 12. That's where they tag it down, and Battle Creek with a lead of 3-0 in a minute 56 in the first period has the football.
And right there, I thought it was a smart move. Go ahead and punt the ball and play field position, play battlefield field position. Right now, you have Battle Creek start deep in their territory on the 12-yard line. So I think that was a smart play by just going ahead and kicking it out and taking your chances on your defense, stopping them there on 3, put 3 downs. And by the time Battle Creek punts the ball, you get the ball around midfield.
Hughes stays in at quarterback on this series. They split the backs as Euler carries the football. I beg your pardon, Tuma carries the football across the 15 and up to near the 16, 17-yard line. Justin Tuma, 1,100 yards, good for 4 at 2nd and 6. A minute 35. A first period, a ball game that likely will go by fairly quickly given the conditions and the proficiency by which both these teams run the football. Euler, 21, 22, perhaps. He'll be shy of the first down by about a yard.
There it is again. You see Battle Creek mixing it up. They give it to Tuma. They come back and give it to Euler. So, you see what their game plan is. They're going to get their 2 profile players involved in the game.
3rd down and 1 from the 21-yard line. Slightly less than 1. Going to pack in the formation. Euler bursting through. He has spilled at the 34, and a touchdown saving tackle by Chad Geiger. When you pack in all of the bodies right around the line of scrimmage and you got one crease, all you need is some kid with some foot speed, and it's a long touchdown gallop. But Geiger got in the way, luckily for Milford, but a big first down for the Battle Creek Braves. Football at the 33-yard line. Braves in their own territory. With the wind behind them, they're not utilizing it. Tuma, and Roth got a hold of him, collared him down to the 32. Cunningham helping out.
And there you see a great defensive play by Roth there. You knew what was coming. He said, hey, okay, they just gave the ball to Euler. He took it on long game. I don't think they'll give it back to him. They're going to give it off to Tuma, and there you go. He met him right there. The yard he received the handoff, he met him. Great defensive play.
2nd and 10, stacked eye formation. Euler carries it across the 35. We got a good gain out to the 36. But it'll set up a 3rd down in a passing situation, but not until period number 2. 1 of the 4 in C1 is finished. It's Battle Creek 3, Milford nothing, as Todd Euler carries the football on the final play of period number 1. Expect to have that refrain many times before we're finished today. We'll be back after this for the Nebraska State High School Activities Association. It's 3-0. Battle Creek over Milford after one of the 4 Tommy Frazier. Going to be a grinded out, Verdun style battle here with each inch of turf given up very, very difficult.
Well, that's what you see right here to start the game off. That Battle Creek said, we're going to run the ball. Milford said, well, you may run the ball, but eventually we're going to find a way to stop you.
Battle Creek has the football as they switch ends of the field. Now they will go into the wind. The nose of the football is at the 36-yard line. That's the line of scrimmage. 2 wide receivers to the right of quarterback Chuck Hughes. Euler at the top of the eye. Tuma is the fullback, and we have movement along the front. And one of the big Braves going to get a whistle. Might lose one of his feathers for that. Heath Podney, number 72. Although contact was made by Milford first. If you make contact with a guy across the line of scrimmage, then he can jump up and down like a jumping bean, and it won't matter. That's 5 yards, and that changes the complexion of this play rather dramatically, from 3rd and about 7 to 3rd and 2.5.
That's one thing that makes the coach upset when you have a team 3rd and 7, and then you jump off side, make it 32. So that makes the percentage of them getting the first down that much more greater.
First play of period 2. Bursting up and getting the first down goes Tyrone Euler. For new ones, Battle Creek tries to build on the 3-0 lead.
And when you have a 3rd and 2, what do? Give it to your big fullback, let him get the 2 yards.
Now, both of these coaches admit that everything that's going on is really of no great mystery to the other team. We're not going to do anything unusual. Our philosophy is really kind of simple. That's what Marty Hink said. We're just going to give the ball to Cunningham, see if they can stop them. They're going to give the ball to these 2,000-yard rushers, see if we can stop them. Hughes with his first option. Flag down, so too is he. Kyle Hinks got it. We'll wait on the laundry.
What you saw there was a great defensive pursuit by Milford there. Right here, he tried to run a quarterback sweep. Look who's out there.
Mr. Hinks, no
Hinks,
problem.
He plays quarterback, also some defense back, and he was the one that helped. See, what people don't understand is defensive backs, they don't try to make the crushing tackle. They try to drive them to the sideline and use the sideline as an advantage for them.
From the point of the foul, the holding penalty will cost him 15 yards. The Braves now are faced with first down and 22. Hughes going to put it up for the first time, and that's going to be a dangerous pass. Mr. Hinks has the tip, and he's sputtering to the 41.
There's your first turnover of the game. Let's see if Milford can capitalize on it. I stated early in the game, the team who has the fewest turnovers will have the best chance to win this game.
If the wind is blowing, you don't want to throw it up for grabs.
And that's exactly what he did then. Instead of him just throwing the ball away, he threw it up and prayed that his receiver's going to go up and out and jump him. But he had 3 guys around his one receiver, so he should have just went ahead and threw the ball away.
Short side of the field for the white and purple and silver of Milford High. See if the Eagles can get off the ground offensively. They trail 3-0 with 11:17 in the second period. A long toss from Hinks. Wants Geiger. It's not close. Ross Buckendahl covering man for man. Not a bad idea. Play action with that great runner of Cunningham in your backfield. You know they're looking for him first. And Geiger unable to chase it down.
And the smart thing about that play is, what do you do after you get a turnover? You try for the big play, because you may think then, well, hey, maybe so we just turn the ball. That that team over there is down, so let's try to hit him with a big play right off the back. So that was a smart play call by the coach then.
Milford's Jason Berkey is wide to the right. As they hand it off to Geiger. Cannot elude one tackle. Gets the second tackle, but then Folk cobbles him alive. One of the reasons why Nebraska wants this kid in their program on scholarship. Look at the mobility.
Well, what you do right here when you're running back, and you see it stretching outside, get upfield, don't stay back there dance, because if you do, a big guy like Folk will come out and knock your head off.
This is going to be painful to watch.
I think he's in the WWF.
Third down and 10. Hinkst wants his man open, overshoots him.
He had the guy open. As you saw, the receiver tried to make his plant.
Randy Norris.
He slipped a little bit, so hey, that field could become a major factor in the footing on the field.
Too much zip that time on the pass. if he had taken a little off, I think that Norris could have gotten to it.
Even though he slipped it, if the pass wasn't thrown as firm as it was, he probably could have made the catch for first down.
It is 4th down. Hinkst will stay in to punt it. As the quarterback and the punter, it leaves a little question in the minds of the defense what they're going to do. He wants to pooch it up, see if he can get some field position out of it. It is into the end zone for a touchback. Tuma lets it go to the 20-yard line. Battle Creek survives the turnover.
So right now you have to get a mental edge to Battle Creek right now, because here they turned the ball over in their territory, but their defense went out there and forced the punt. So you have to get a mental edge right now to Battle Creek. And let's see if Battle Creek can gain their poise that they had in the first quarter and continue running the ball with aggression.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. 10-17 first half. As a whole bunch of Eagles make their way into Memorial Stadium to see if their ball club can cap off a perfect season. Chuck Hughes stays in at quarterback. A spread formation with lots of receivers, and Roth gobbles him up.
That was a perfectly timed blitz. It's like he already has the cadence already down for the Battle Creek quarterback is using. It seemed like as soon as the ball snapped, he was right there. Here it is, you see it on the replay. As soon as the ball snapped, he was right there. It's like he had the timing already down. Maybe now what Battle Creek quarterback needs to do, he needs to go back and change his cadence.
Disguising blitzes anymore, it is a critical part of defense. And the quarterbacks need, even at this level, need to learn to read blitzes, because as Nebraska and any of the great defensive teams in football have proven at the higher levels, that's how you can change the complexion of a game. Running play. Euler to the 24. It was 2nd down and 13 from the 16. 3rd down to have come for the Braves of Battle Creek. He's got about 5 yards. As we look at the Coca-Cola first quarter statistics, Battle Creek, 5 first downs to 1 for the Eagles. And look at all those rushing yards, but it's only a 3-0 game, Tommy Frazier.
Well, if you look at the first quarter stats and you say Battle Creek is only winning by 3 points, then Milford is very happy with that.
Euler on a counter play. He gets past the initial shot of Dave Bishop, the nose guard, but then there are too many Eagles lying in wait. Headed on the play by Jason Welch, number 25. No first down. 4th and 2 as he got 3 of the 5. And after that first series of downs in which Battle Creek looked so effective, the defensive adjustments by Milford have looked dynamite.
Well, that's what you want to do. You know, team goes out. Maybe the first series they had a little bit of jitters in their cells, but once they went to the sideline, they made the right defensive adjustment, and now it's becoming very difficult for Battle Creek to run as easily as they did in the first series compared to the last 2.
Good boot by Hughes. "37-yard kick, and you've played on some chilly, frosty Saturday afternoons. It's no fun to play on a slick rink. What's it like out there?
Well, when it's slick like this, the main thing you have to do, you can't make that hard, aggressive cut, because if you do, you're gonna slip and fall. It is very difficult right now, as you can see. It's like a ice sheet over there. And right now, it all depends on what kind of shoes you have on. And I believe most of the players now have on like basketball-type sole shoes. So it's gonna be very hard for them. It's gonna be like they're on ice skates on ice. It's gonna be very hard for them to get any kind of traction whatsoever.
Brandon Roth, false start, procedure, 5 yards against the Eagles. And that's what first down from the 33, Tommy. Excuse me. It'll be now first down from about the 28.
And that's why I think that's one of the major disadvantages about playing a game here in Memorial Stadium, because all these teams are used to play on the grass fields, and then when they're on situations like this, they don't know what the weather's going to be like, and they just bring one pair of shoes. Well, if they would have shoes with some type of traction on the bottom, maybe it wouldn't have been a major concern.
Cunningham is the fullback. Geiger is the I-back. Kyle Hinkst hands it off to Cunningham with a flag in the middle of the stack at the 30. They stack him up there. Volk primarily with the arms. He wasn't alone, though. His frontline teammate Heath Potney got a hand on it. Might be another flag against the Eagles.
Well, what started off to be a relative clean game. You see a lot of flags on this drive by Milford.
Now, you never played on a grass field this time of year. Having played at the Rose Bowl, that was a nice field. It was like a putting green surface. But what would be preferable on an icy day? I would think grass in some capacity because there's a little more texture.
Yeah, you would prefer grass on days where it's snowing or raining because you have the ability of the ground soaking the water in. But right here on AstroTurf or anything, the water sits on the ice, sits right there, and it has no chance of going anywhere.
Now 1st down and 24. Milford at its own 19, and an option for Kyle Hinkst. He puts the ball away and is buried at the 21. 2nd down and maybe 23 to go. Battle Creek able to string that out. Euler got his nose in on it.
As you can see, that Battle Creek defense is making a statement here. They're saying, we're going to run the ball offensively, but we're not going to let you run the ball. And right now, as you can see by the first quarter stats, Milford only has 15 yards rushing.
Gold helmets, purple of Battle Creek, a familiar sight this time of year in high school playoff action. They're always hanging around to the end. Hinkst off play action, sets to throw. Geiger open, but it's too tall for him. He had beaten Buckendahl again. He's been open a couple of times, but with the wind blistering across this turf, difficult to measure. It's going to be hard to complete any pass over 10 or 15 yards.
Yeah, that's one thing about throwing with the wind is that when you do, it's hard to know how much to put on the ball because the wind is blowing the ball that much farther. So that's why I say going with the wind is really not an advantage. It's pretty much a disadvantage also because on your deep routes, you think you have the guy wide open. If you throw the ball, the wind can make the ball a little 5 yards deeper than what you wanted it to.
3rd down and 22. Milford at its own 21. Hinkst carries out the football after he fakes to Cunningham, spinning across the 25 to the 28. That is it. Far shy of the 1st down. He needed the 43. It's a nice fake. Many thought that Cunningham got it.
Well, that was just a great defensive play there by Battle Creek. You know, they had somebody on the fullback, and then they had guys out there ready for the option. There you see, they made him cut it up, and then they converged on him that way.
Tuma deep to receive. He stands at his 37. And with the wind, Hinkst boots a high spiral to be touched down at the 33-yard line. A 40-yard kick for Kyle Hinkst. 1st and 10 with 6:46 in the first half. A 3-0 lead for the Battle Creek Braves on a 22-yard field goal by Dave Volk. They have gone with Hughes almost exclusively. We saw Buckendahl in under center for a couple of plays. Buckendahl is a heck of an athlete. In fact, according to Schnitzler, as he crawls along the ground, does Tuma, says Schnitzler of number 9 Buckendahl of Battle Creek. This kid, one of the top high school athletes in his region. Got a great index score. And he's a good receiver. So he not only can throw the pass, but he can catch it too.
As you saw in that run there, the turf is becoming, the footing is becoming a big part of this game.
2nd down, 10. Tuma got nothing. A second time, he gets nothing. It'll be 3rd and 10.
I don't know if Milford coach is catching some signals over there, knows or has done enough scout on Battle Creek, but he seems like he's calling the right blitz at the right time because it seems like every time he called the blitz, they ran the play right into the blitz and they stopped him for a loss.
As the game wears on, if the quarterback is not adept at reading blitzes, you're going to get burned a couple of times on that.
Yeah, you're going to get burned a couple of times, and that's one thing that at halftime, Battle Creek's going to need to go in there and make adjustments.
2 receivers to Hughes' right and 1 to the left. And a big heavy rush by Cunningham. He had him by the shirt tail and he whipped him down at the 23.
There you have it again, another blitz, you know. Right now, when Milford needs a big play on defense, what do? They call a blitz, and so far they've gotten that big play from a blitz. There you see he's in there and grabs the quarterback for a loss.
It is 4th down, and Chuck is booted into the wind. Milford down on the big board, 3-0, should get great field position again. He eludes the first rusher and then shoots a knuckleball. that rolls dead at the 35-yard line. Well, Hughes lived a charmed life on that play, Tommy Frazier.
Yes,
As Milford put on some heat, he ducked away and then got the thing off.
Yes, he did. That's one thing. He did a great job by avoiding the rush, getting the point out. But what people don't understand is that once he moved from behind out of the pocket, he's free to be hit. So he could have been hit and they not blocked the play. They would have been a penalty.
Kept the ball low enough to get an extra 5 to 10 yards out of the punt. Cunningham, the fullback, gets the fake. They bullet the pass. Wants Roth incomplete. Euler had his hands on it, and if he'd been able to keep his hands on it, we'd be high-fiving in the end zone by now. He telegraphed this pass, and boom.
Well, that play was never really there. I guess it was just something that the coach wanted to see for later games. But I guarantee you won't see that play ran again.
4:42 and a defensive standoff in the first half. Second period, it's 3-0. Option for Hinks, going no place. Euler and Tuma are absolutely everywhere on the football field on every down, offensively or defensively. And there was Tuma dragging down Hinks for a loss of 2. Third and 12 for the Eagles of Milford. There he is. Euler, brother Todd, fine running back, walked on to Nebraska. A lot of them up there. Cunningham carries the mail. Euler's got him by the kneecap.
Well, that's the first time we've seen Cunningham carry the ball in all this entire series. So maybe they're sensing that, hey, in order for us to drive the ball, we need to get the ball into our best player's hands.
He needed the 46. He got only the 37. It is 4th down and 9 with Hinks ready to field another snap. And Tuma deep to receive. This is a catchable punt. Tuma does just that. They cannot get free from the first charge, led by led for the Milford Eagles by Jason Welch, number 25.
That was great punt coverage by Milford there. They made sure that once Tuma caught the ball, he wasn't getting to the outside, where he wanted to go, but they had him surrounded. He wasn't gaining any extra yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line with 3 minutes 25 seconds to play. Justin Tuma stays in to man one of the running back spots. He and Todd Euler. Chuck Hughes, the quarterback. This alternating that we expected with the Bachendahl has simply not occurred. Euler fighting for everything to the 39. Gain of 3 the hard way. Gang tackled. Andy Bird, 69. Junior lineman, a 172.
The Milford gang attacked him then.
That's demoralizing for the defense when it takes 3 guys to knock out a running back who's under 200 pounds.
Well, that shows you how strong that back is.
2nd and long. More veer series and more extra effort. This time Euler tries the right side for about the same 3 yards. He gets better as the game goes on. Both coaches admit that. Marty Hinks looking at film of Battle Creek, and Bob Schnitzler said, I know this doesn't make sense, but I really feel like these 2 backs are more effective in the 4th quarter than they are during the first 3, because by the 4th quarter, you know the defense is tired, but these guys have this uncanny ability to keep the legs churning and break tackles. On 3rd and 3, Tuma gets free and freestyles it to the 45. I beg your pardon, Euler, number 35. Not Tuma that time. Euler to the 46.
If he had kept his balance, he still could be running down. There was no one there to stop him from going all the way, but he lost his balance. Right.
16 touchdowns for Euler.
Right there, you see it was just a little quick hitter, and he stumbles out the gate. So if he had kept his balance, he still could have been running for a touchdown.
This is the best that Battle Creek has looked since their first drive. Got him to the 1-yard line before a penalty and a sack. Euler for another carry. This time is thrown back.
you have big Brian Stoneman.
Yeah.
He was the president early in the game, but you haven't heard much from him. But he's trying to. He said, "Hey, I haven't heard my name called enough here this quarter, so let me make a statement here again." He meets Euler right behind the line of scrimmage, 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but you see that strength by Euler. He keeps the legs going and takes 3 or 4 guys to help bring him down.
It is 2nd and 12 at the 48. Euler carries the football, cuts back, breaking tackles to the 26, and now he's beginning to hit stride. Finally brought to the turf by Geiger and Big Eagle number 58, Dave Mathis.
What happened then? Euler said, "Hey, the play before you stopped me for 2 yards, 2-yard loss." He said, "But guess what? I'm coming back and I'm going to run even harder." And right here you see he's breaking tackle. He's going. There's another broken tackle. Once he gets over field, you know, a guy this side, he has great speed.
Gotta hurry. We're under a minute in the first half. 3-0 Battle Creek. Euler again. I guess this is his drive, and he's productive for 3.5 to maybe 4 from the 26 to about the 23.
Yes, Euler has become the workhorse on this drive here. This has been the Tyrone Euler drive.
And when Tyrone Euler gets out of there, you got Tuma, who's only piled up 1,000 yards. So this is ominous for Milford. But they're being awful deliberate with 24 seconds, 23 seconds. Hughes on the option. They pick up the blitz this time. Takes a belt at the 15. The ball pops loose. Milford says it has it, but the side judge claims that the ball was dead at the 12.
And if we can see the replay, you will see that's the correct call. The ball did come out when he hit the ground. So the referees were right once again.
They were coming, but they went to the outside, and that is the burn that we spoke of just a few moments ago. You blitz enough, once in a while you are going to be in the wrong place. There was nobody back there to get them.
And that's the right way to counter the blitz. If the team is going to blitz out the middle, what do? You block everybody inside and you go outside because they don't have any support outside.
Timeout called for by Battle Creek. We have 5 seconds remaining to be played, and Volk is going to attempt another field goal. They will spot it at the 19-yard line. 10 in the end zone, a 29-yard field goal attempt into a 25-mile-an-hour wind. Matt Pockup is the spotter. 3-0 already.
Well, big as this guy is, you should say a 25-mile-per-hour wind shouldn't matter from 29 yards.
He's a throwback to the good old days,
yes,
Tommy.
He is.
A straight-ahead kicker. Forget about this soccer-style business.
He's going to get all 267 pounds into this ball. There you see some of the event staff members going up halfway up the stands right there.
He's thinking, you mean I got to run up there and catch this thing? David Volk, 6'5", 270. On first down, they put 3 seconds back on the clock. The placement, the kick has got plenty of distance, and it is good. Volk, a 29-yarder to make it 6-0 Battle Creek. Well, no wonder he's a Nebraska scholarship recruit. He's not only an active lineman with great feet, but he's a multi-position player.
Yes, he is. He's one of those throwback players with that straight-on kick.
Into the wind, that could have gone about 35 yards and still been effective. So the Battle Creek Braves have a 6-0 lead with just 3 seconds remaining in the first half of what has been a difficult game to play for both of these high-powered offenses. Just way too much weather to contend with. Wind and frost and ice.
But right now, Milford has nothing to be upset about because Battle Creek has been driving the ball, but they only have 6 points on the board. So right now, Milford still is in good shape in this football game. No one really has come out and made a statement who wants to control this game because they did. There'd be more points on the board.
The 2 best drives of the game have belonged to Battle Creek. They have to feel like it should be at least 10-0. given that they had the ball 3rd down and goal at the 1-foot line. And then a motion penalty nailed them, and then they were sacked on the next play, had to settle for a 22-yarder. On the ground, the ball is out of bounds. They'll have to redo it. Flag is in the air, or Milford will elect to take the ball at the 35-yard line. A chance for Milford. Millard South was a loser in the Class A championship game in '96 to Pavilion La Vista. A chance for the Eagles of Milford. Go into the locker room. Got to draw up some plays. Get the ball to Cunningham. Move the football around. Try to get in the end zone. All they need is 1 score and 1 PAT, and they've got the lead. And on a game like this, that's maybe all that it takes.
Yeah, that's maybe all it takes, because with the conditions out there, it doesn't look like it's going to be a high-scoring game with the 2 defenses that we have playing here tonight.
Kyle Hinkst. Throw it as far as he can with the wind behind him. Down the field, it is incomplete. Halftime is here. 2 drives. That was basically it. 2 drives and 2 powerful kicks by Dave Volk have given that ball club, the Braves of Battle Creek, looking for their 5th state championship, a 6-0 lead over the Eagles of Milford, the #1 team in all of Class C1. And will we return to this title game at Memorial Stadium after this?
And here are your first half highlights, brought to you by First Bank.
One disadvantage that I see about having games here at Memorial Stadium, largest teams, high school teams, are used to playing on grass surfaces. So, like on conditions like this, they don't know whether to wear tennis shoes or the wet football turfs.
Hawk up the spot for Volt. It's a 22-yard attempt, plenty of distance, and it is good. Dave Volk. Hughes going to put it up for the first time, and that's going to be a dangerous pass. Mr. Hinkst has the tip, and he's sputtering to the 41.
There's your first.
A spread formation with lots of receivers, and Roth gobbles him up. 2 receivers to Hughes' right and 1 to the left. And a big heavy rush by Cunningham. Euler carries the football, cuts back, breaking tackles to the 26, and now he's beginning to hit stride. They're being awful deliberate with 24 seconds, 23 seconds. Hughes on the option. They pick up the blitz this time. Takes a belt at the 15. The ball pops loose. Milford says it has it, but the side judge claims that the ball was dead. And they put 3 seconds back on the clock. The placement, the kick has got plenty of distance, and it is good. Volk, a 29-yarder to make it 6-0 Battle Creek. Which is where we are here at the half in the C1 title game between the Battle Creek Braves and the Milford Eagles. Jim Rose along with Tommy Frazier. 1 drive is all Milford needs to take the lead. That's the best news for them. The best news for Battle Creek is their running game at times looked pretty good.
Yeah, that's the best news that Milford can have, is say, hey, we're only 1 drive away. We drive the ball down on the first drive, get a touchdown, kick the extra point. We're leading the game. Defensively, this has been a great game. You know, only 6 points, 2 field goals by Battle Creek, but Battle Creek has said, hey, we're going to establish our running game. Can you stop our running game? At times they have, at times they haven't.
They have dominated in total offense. Neither team has a single net yard passing. 132 yards for the Battle Creek Braves, 24 yards for Milford in the first half. 118 of those yards on the ground courtesy of Tyrone Euler, number 35, in purple and gold of Battle Creek. Milford looking for a back-to-back championship. That's the new deal. If you don't win 2 in a row, you're just not up to speed. You guys down here set that standard. You know, everybody's trying to live up to it now. Anymore, 1 title isn't good enough. You got to defend it. There's some out there looking for 3.
Well, right now, like yesterday, we did have a 3-peat.
Yeah.
So that's the standard now.
The ball is returned for Battle Creek. And in traffic over there, Lance Timperley makes the play to the 26-27 yard line, where it is 1st and 10 for the Braves of Battle Creek. Here you go, 9 first downs. Milford held only 1 first down in the first half, and if you had said to Marty Hinks before the game, Coach, your team's only getting 1 first down, but you're going to be only 1 touchdown and an extra point away from taking the lead, he'd say, I'll take that. See if I can get something cranked up in half number 2. Chuck Hughes is the quarterback as he hands off to his high-back Euler, who spins and moves for a tough 2 up to the 29.
Big Dave Bishop on the stop.
He likes the traffic. The more bodies he can bounce off of, the better. That's the Euler doctrine. 2nd down and 8, opening drive of half number 2. 6-0 Battle Creek. Euler a second time. He carried the ball 12 times in the first quarter. He carried the ball 10 times in the second period. And here he has 2 already in the third period. This is the Troy Davis of high school football.
So by the end of this game, he might carry the ball 50 times at the rate he's going.
They're both stingy defensively, so if you do well on offense against either of these ball clubs, you've had a nice day. Hughes tries to complete a pass to Euler. He bobbles it away. He's covered out of the backfield by Cunningham, the All-Stater. But it's 4th down, and Milford does his job on defense.
You know, looks like Milford game plan. They went inside halftime, made adjustments. Looks like they worked the first series. Now the question is, can they continue to do this for the rest of the second half?
Dan Mathis deep to receive this punt along with Geiger. Hughes will do the booting against the wind. Bounds along the turf. And as these punt returners have been instructed all day, don't mess with it, let it go. And it is touchdown at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Eagles of Milford. The purple and white, number 1 in Class C1 all year long. They are 12-0. Winners over Superior, Wahoo Newman, and Auburn in the playoff bracket.
Well, coming out for the second half, you saw that Milford defense made the proper adjustments. Let's see what kind of adjustments their offense made.
Jason Welsh is now in the backfield with that man Cunningham, who just explodes for 8. They got to get him shaken loose. Cunningham, one of the leading rushers in C1, held down to just 26 yards in the first half. He only carried it 5 times.
Well, I think the reason why he only carried the ball that many times is because Milford, the coach, knows that he needs to get somebody else established in this game in order to take some of the burden off Cunningham's back.
And Cunningham is strictly a north-south runner. He is not flashy. In the veer. There he is again for the first down. A couple of more, 43-yard line. For those brave enough to be here, the weather conditions aren't getting any better, although that dreadful freezing rain has finally been taken out of the forecast. 21 degrees right now with the wind blowing at 23 to 31 miles per hour, which means a wind chill of -8. But it is awfully slick. In fact, I'm waiting for the Zamboni machine to make its appearance out there at Memorial Stadium. 1st down and 10 from the 43-yard line. Kyle Hinks tries to put a move on Tuma. He does, but he's not going to be able to shake the rest of them. Or does he? He is somehow able to get away from Mike Seelmeyer. Seelmeyer able to slow him up enough to allow the rest of the posse to arrive, but Hinks looked like Bambi in a minefield out there.
Yeah, that's one thing as a quarterback you don't want to do. Once the first guy wraps you, you break that tag. Try to get back on the field immediately. Don't go running around, because all you're doing is costing your team yardage. As you can see right here,
couldn't get rid of him. This is the real bummer for Battle Creek. Seelmeyer had him dead to rights. They lost 6. Cunningham trying to get some of it back. From the 37 up to about the 41. So they got 4 of them. It'll be 3rd down in a passing situation, which has been by no means in a 6-0 game a source of proficiency on offense.
Right now, Milford has come out sputtering a little bit. they really need for their offense to get on track because 6 points right now, it looks like it's going to be enough to win this game the way Battle Creek's defense is playing.
Neither team has a single net yard passing, and we are at 8:20 in the third period. They're going to try to rectify that with Kyle Hinks throwing the football, nearly intercepted. Timperley knocked it free as Geiger was the target. It is 4th down, and they must give it up.
And there you have a case of the quarterback just delivering the ball late. What we have here, he fakes the handoff and rolls out. Right there, that extra pump cost him the completion.
4th and 12. With Tuma deep to receive in purple and gold. Justin, junior. Euler is a senior, so he'll be the feature back in 97. And he bobbles the punt. Somehow able to jump back on it at the 31. That's why the coaches are saying, let the thing drop. We can't afford it. We know it's against conventional wisdom, but just let the thing go.
Well, right now, I think that is the safest thing. Just all kicks, just let them go, because you try to catch it, this might happen, because I guarantee you half of the players out there can't feel their hands.
With this wind, it is. 8:07, third quarter. Those Braves out in front, 6-0. Chuck Hughes is the quarterback. Euler dragging bodies to the 39. I wonder if anybody else is going to carry the ball this period for them.
I think this might be Todd Euler's period.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Tyrone. Get him and his brother confused.
Well, they run the same. They're pretty much unstoppable, and they want the football a ton. You got 8, 2nd and 2. Battle Creek trying to snap the state's 25-game winning streak owned by Milford. Hughes cannot find his footing.
There you go.
That's
again.
A bad break on 2nd down.
Field condition is playing a big part so far.
It's 3rd down now, and instead of probably a 1st down.
3rd down and 4, I think I take my chances. They're going to get the ball to the big Tyrone Euler and let him see if he can get the 1st down here.
Run behind big number 76, Dave Volk. He's the scholarship recruit. He is the tackle on the right side of the offense. Yep. I don't think he got it, though. They knew who was going to carry it. He didn't get the 1st down. He is a yard shy.
Great defense call there. They knew which way they were going to the ball. All it was just for them just to find them, wrap them up, and bring them down short of the 1st down.
4th and 1 with the nose of the football to the 40-yard line. A little confusion by the Braves. You got a couple of folks out there. They're going to go for it. They got 2 guys good for 2,000 yards. As a timeout is called for by Milford. That's not a bad decision, especially since your defense has only allowed 2 first downs the entire ball game. Even if you give it up here, the other team is not exactly a run at will. So 6:36 to play, 3rd quarter. We got a moment. Coach Bob Schnitzler takes his long saunter toward the huddle of his Battle Creek Braves.
And that was a great job by the Milford defense to call a timeout, because the unit that they had in were the ones that are in favor to return the punt. But what they saw then, they saw that Milford, Battle Creek was going for it, so they didn't have the proper personnel in there, so they called a timeout so they could get the right guys on the field.
Battle Creek plays in a tough league. That Mid-State Conference up there. Arlington Cedar Catholic, Madison, that's a good bunch always. They're tough. Norfolk Catholic beat them. Norfolk Catholic was in the C2 finals. A straight ahead dive play, and it's going to be close. This is going to be a tight one.
This will depend on the spot by the referee.
The side judge came in, I beg your pardon, the linesman, Ed Hoover came in, and there will be a measurement. Watch. Mostly just poor footing. Warmest hat in the house. Good look at it. Oh, he got it. 1st down, Battle Creek.
That was a great play by that Milford defense just to get in there, just have a chance to stop them on 4th down.
You're just not going to get any traction.
They had him stop, but just that lane driving, poor traction down there what caused them to get there first.
Euler and Tuma are both in the backfield. Hughes gets a block from Tuma. Gets to the corner. And is ridden out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Very near a 1st down. Work on the defense by Randy Norris, cornerback number 35.
Right here on that play, basically what it was the quarterback sprint and roll out, run. He gets a block there, tucks it up on his arm, and there he's not going down. They finally get him out of bounds.
He got the necessary 10. So another 1st down. The rushing stats for Battle Creek are very respectable. They're up to 159 yards on the ground. Split back formation for Chuck Hughes. This time they're going to let Tuma carry the football. Yep, he got it this time. And he moved it ahead for about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 at the 43. Under 6 minutes in this 3rd period. And that gridiron out there looks sort of like the French countryside circa 1917. Neither side has given up much ground easily.
And what Battle Creek right now is doing is using some of that clock, keeping that Milford offense off the field and using up some clock.
Milford trying to stack up Euler, and they do across the 40 to the 39. Won't get the 1st down, but he'll set up a 3rd down and about 3. As the center of the defense makes the play for the Milford High Eagles. Milford's defensive numbers are pretty impressive. They've only allowed 104 points in 12 games at about 100 yards per game rushing, which isn't much in high school football, especially at this level. 3rd down and 3, big play for the Milford defense. And they find their way to Euler that time. A flag is down. Euler is thrown behind the 40.
And look who was in on that tackle. Oh, man, big Brian Stolman.
Brian Stolman, somebody that you'd even let block for you.
Oh, yeah, 270 pounds, of course.
Yeah. And he's fierce. Look at him. He's just mean is what he is.
I may be mean, but I'm going to get in on the tackle.
In fact, Cunningham looks for a collision. He was helping out Stolman there.
Well, that's the type of player you have. If you're a fullback, you don't run away from contact. You look to go into it.
This is a guy that if he doesn't have somebody to hit, he looks at it as a bad play. So the point of the foul, 15 yards. Against the account of Battle Creek. It's 3rd down and 13. Milford needs a break. They only have 2 1st downs the entire ball game, so every defensive play is critical for them at this stage. He was going to put it up, and there's nobody there. Yeah, the intended target was Buckendall, number 9, but Geiger, the deep safety, had a better shot at it. Milford stretches some. But then they snap back, they get help from penalty, and Battle Creek's going to have to boot it.
There, you just saw a process of miscommunication by the receiver and the quarterback. As they were walking up the field, the quarterback was saying, well, go up the field, and the receiver said, no, I was supposed to run it out. So it was just miscommunication there.
Chuck Hughes stays in, stands at his 38 on 4th and 13 and a half, and the kick is blocked. And Milford's going to have a touchdown. So long, Jason Welsh.
Well, I'm sorry to pull the sour milk in this coffee, but I think they're going to call this back. The kick didn't look like it was blocked. He just whipped on the kick, and they ran into him. So we'll just have to wait and see. But from up here, to my eyes, it didn't look like the kick was blocked. He just went off the side of his foot.
It is roughing the kicker on Milford, which not only takes away the touchdown that Welsh scored off the loose ball, but it gives them an automatic first down.
Well, that was a proper call. If we can look at the replay again, you will see that no one blocked the ball. They were there, but he just whipped on the kick. It came up side foot, and neither one of the defenders touched the ball, so that was a proper call.
That's what would happen. That's what you'd see if you were trapped into a 747 engine. We can see the play again as the officials and referee Thomas Marsasek explain all of this to Marty Hinkst, and he is not sold. Nor are the faithful from Milford. Here it is.
Again.
The ball was actually never deflected, and therefore the kicker is off limits. He just missed it.
He just missed it. He never kicked the ball, so that's the proper call by the referee.
15 yards and an automatic first down.
You hear the Milford fans down here booing and all that, but that was the proper call by the referee then.
Well, if you're scoring at home, circle 4:09 in the third quarter. 4th down and 14, Battle Creek punting. At the very least, Milford gets the ball. Instead, the Braves are back on offense, 15 yards closer to Milford's end zone. It's at the 34-yard line, and they still lead 6-0.
Now, what Milford needs defense to do right now, put that play out of their minds and stop them here.
Euler is voraciously eaten alive by Mike Cunningham.
That's exactly what Milford needs to do. They need to keep that tenacity and about them and go and just play smart football. Let that play go. It's over with. The referee made the call. They can't bring it back. Just forget about that play now. It's over with and play defense.
A gain of nothing. It is 2nd down and 10. Clock moving at 3:40. Third quarter. Tuma. Flag down, so too is he after 2. This is holding on the Braves. Well, you gotta like the disposition of Milford, Tommy Frazier. This is a ball club that could have easily whined and sat in its corner after that call, that controversial call, although a very accurate one by the officials. But they've become ferocious, and they got a penalty, and if they can hang on for a couple of more downs, they're going to get the ball back with only a little time lost.
Well, see, the thing is, the reason why there's no reason to panic because they're only down 6 points. You know, all they have to do is 1 touchdown and extra points, and they're ahead in this game. So why lose your cool now? That because there was a call that they thought was a bad call, which was the proper call. Don't lose your cool because you're still in this game.
2nd and 18, back at the 42. Hughes in the pocket. Not going to get this one. Buckendall was a good 5 yards behind the pass.
And see, that's the way a defense is supposed to respond to a play to a call that they feel didn't go their way. Go back out there and show them that, hey, it was 4th down there. We made it back. We had something bad happen to it. But let's go back out there and force them to kick it again.
Now, this is a salute to the Milford coaching staff of Marty Hinkst, Tony Mueller, and Tim Fickner, and Glenn Hasho. They have maintained the focus of their ball club. 3rd down and 18. Another flag. May have taken too much time. The referee threw his flag, and he gets to keep the time. But it's procedure, a 5-yard penalty anyway. Dead ball foul, so it'll be 3rd and 23 now.
If you hear a lot of yelling, and we're right above the Milford fans, and they're really getting into this game after that call.
3 minutes and 16 seconds remaining to be played in a very interesting third quarter in the Class C1 title game. 2 field goals by David Volk are the difference. Battle Creek with a 6-0 lead. Milford only has 2 first downs, but you'd have to say at this stage the Eagles have the momentum.
Yes, they do, because their defense has really given them an emotional lift right now.
Hughes keeps it himself. Is spilled at the 39 on a nice play by Welsh. Far shy of the first down. They needed the 24. So it is 4th down now. Put the football at the 39. Shy by about 14 yards, and Hughes will drop to punt it away into a 25-mile-an-hour wind. Critical now for Milford. try and maintain the momentum, get either a decent return or maybe even a block here. Hughes kicks it, shanks it off the side of his foot. That might be no more than a 5-yard boot.
Right now, you saw the tempo. The momentum of this game has changed. Now, the Milford defense went out there and did its job. It's up to the offense to put the points on the board.
1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 32-yard line after a 5-yard kick by Chuck Hughes. The special teams in close games every time make the difference. Kyle Hinks at the controls. Chad Geiger picks his way for 3 up to the 34. He is arrested on the play by Euler. Seems to me this would be a nice time for a little play action.
Yeah, it would. You know, I think they have them set up. They've been running the ball pretty much this whole half. Now it's time for to try a play action pass, try some type of pass to keep them honest, so where you can give it to your big fullback Cunningham up the middle, and maybe, hey, who knows, maybe you might break one for a long one.
Cunningham has the football. I beg your pardon, Hinks keeps it. On 2nd down at about 7, gets 3 more, maybe 2.5. It'll be 3rd down, and in the neighborhood of 4 yards to go.
All right, you know, Mike, he's doing a fine job of handling the ball, but he's faking out some people. But the guys who key is the quarterback, they're staying at home, and that's what you want by a Battle Creek defense. When you run the option, you want your guys to stay at home. Of course, you know they're gonna give the ball up inside to Cunningham sometimes, but when they don't, you have to, that defensive player has to stay home, and Battle Creek has done that.
3rd down and 4 from the 38. Milford in its own territory at 1:15 in the 3rd. Welsh, nice through for the 1st down.
Right now we're seeing a little life. Right now we're seeing a little life into this Milford offense. They're feeling that electricity that the defense had left on the field.
Only the 3rd first down of the ball game for the Eagles of Milford. They only have 41 yards total offense, but you know they're just one play from tying the ball game. Cunningham draws a crowd as the ball pops loose, and the Milford following wants a flag as they treat their fullback rudely. On the play, work by Jeff Borchers, number 56. 72 got his nose in on it. Heath Podney, we haven't called his number for a while. It is 2nd and 8 after he got 2.
There you see all they do is giving it to their big fullback Cunningham, and you hear the fans down here booing because they thought it was a late hit, but if the guy's still running, you put him on the ground.
Under half a minute of the 3rd quarter. Milford only has the win for one more play. Hinks keeps it after the fake. Cunningham blocking. And Hinks is still going for a 1st down inside the 45. And if Cunningham isn't going to chew it up on the ground, he's going to pave the way for somebody else. That time he did for his quarterback. And they are in brave territory now at about the 42-yard line with 3 seconds in the 3rd quarter as Hinks took a shot across the way.
Well, both teams have been running this play right here. So they fake it and have the quarterback roll, following the blocker, and it has been very successful for both teams. So maybe they saw one team took it from the other team and used it against them, but both teams are running and both games good yardage on it.
The outcome is still in doubt as we finish with 3 of the 4 in the C1 title game. Kyle Hinks and the Milford Eagles trail by 6-0, and we'll be back right after you hear this for the NSHSA. As we begin the 4th quarter here at Memorial Stadium. The number 1 rated Milford Eagles trail by 6-0 to the number 2 rated Battle Creek Braves. Both of these teams are undefeated. This is a rematch of last year's C1 final, won by Milford 21-10. Milford has the football, first down, 10 at the 42 of Battle Creek. Jim Rose and Tommy Frazier, nice to have you with us on Title Day 96. Well, they're looking for Cunningham, which opens up the running room for Mr. Welsh. He had his touchdown taken away, but Jason looked tough on that one, down to the 28.
And he basically pretty much said there, he said, hey, if you're not going to give it to me on that punt return that was supposed to have been blocked, then I'm going to get it on the ground on offense. There he fires up into there. Nothing's going to stop this guy from gaining the yardage that he needs.
Best drive by far for Milford. They were stymied offensively. Higgs on the reverse pivot. He's going to go. Touchdown, Milford.
And that's the way you want offense to respond from what the defense gave them great field position. Now it's time for them to respond. Hey, there's no better time than right now to respond to it because, like we stated earlier, they were down 6-0, but they were still in the ball game.
Great blocking. And what speed by the little quarterback. We will have a PAT attempt by Milford's Jason Berkey to give this ball club the lead. They hung in there. They're like Rasputin. Here's the boot. It is good. The defending champs rise from the frigid field of Memorial Stadium to take a lead of 7-6 with 11:39 to play. And look again as this quarterback picks his way, was patient with it, Tommy Frazier, and then burst through.
Yes, that same play they ran right before the quarter ended, where the quarterback's face and then followed blocking up around the end. And yeah, he blocked the guy, he cut up on there. It was pay dirt time.
Yeah. So now we have, obviously, a very emotional scenario unfolding. After the phantom block, correctly called by the officials, giving Battle Creek the first down, Milford has looked like Superman ever since. Not only on defense, throwing them back, but that offense was rejuvenated.
Well, I think that's what they needed right there. You know, the defense came out and played good. They stopped them, but then you had that call that changed the whole momentum. But the defense came back, kept their poise, stopped them, made them kick it over, and the offense just took control of that drive then.
And Lance Timperley returning the kick is ridden down by Roth and Hingst at the 31. Battle Creek, which has had 2 fine drives in the ballgame, both resulting in field goals by David Volk, now has the football, but a deficit for the first time. And finally, the numbers are beginning to even out a little. With 11:30 to play in the ballgame, 103 yards rushing for Milford, 176 for the Braves. Neither team is yet to complete a pass for plus yardage.
And now right now, if you're Battle Creek, no, you don't panic because look, there's still over 11 minutes left in this game. Just continue to do what you did the whole game. Drive the ball down the field, use some of the clock. Hey, you're only down 1 point, but you still have 11 minutes, so there's a lot of time left in this game. Right now, Battle Creek, they need to keep their poise.
Chuck Hughes proved just that. There you see it. Third quarter numbers. Turnovers only 1. That's surprising. We expected more from each side.
Well, a night like this, in state championship game, hey, if you want to be a champion, you have to hold on to that ball. And both teams are playing their hearts out like, hey, we want to be the champion. So that's why you haven't seen very many turnovers tonight.
I'm sure you heard this, but George Darlington, Nebraska's defensive backs coach, used to quote Shakespeare. He'd say to me, Jim, it is better to have never been born than to fumble.
That's right, because when you fumble, it's just like putting a dagger in someone's heart.
7-6, Milford. 11:23 to go. First down, second down, and about a foot after that 9.5-yard gallop by Chuck Hughes. Here's the eye. Euler at full, Tuma at eye. Euler spilled, but gets the first down.
Like I said, Battle Creek, all you need to do is just stay patient, continue, stick with their game plan because there's still a lot of time left in this game, and what they were doing is the first half and the start of this half has been very effective, so just stick with it.
Dave Bishop submarining Tyrone Euler. Mueller with some impressive running numbers. He's got virtually all of the 187. Here is the veer on 1st and 10 at the 42. Mueller is whipped down by Cunningham.
Well, it's like that 4-9 when that call came in has changed the whole attitude of the Milford defense. They're playing one aggressive attacking style defense since then.
Lost a couple. 2nd down, 12. Cunningham has not been a battering ram on offense, but his presence has been felt all over the field, either blocking for Hingst or making plays like that. Between the hash marks, 2nd and 12 at the 40. Hughes to throw it. And the completion is made for a 1st down out of bounds to Aaron Philpott. That is the first completion for any positive yardage through the air today.
Well, that's one thing on a night like this. It's going to be kind of hard to throw the ball because of the temperature outside. So what you want to do is establish your running game. Both teams have been running the ball here very well, but here, Battle Creek comes out of that bag and throw a quick out for a 1st down. But right now, Battle Creek, all they need to do is stay patient, stay poised, stay confident that their offense will continue driving the ball down the field and put points on the board.
Only the 5th reception of the year for Philpott. Back to the ground game. And Hughes slipping after 1. It was the 48, maybe the 47, perhaps the 46 now, as he just isn't going to get the kind of footing that they expect. No traction on that rink out on the field, green rink. Perhaps you can see that glare off the turf. That's ice. We've never had any thick rain falling, but a lot of mist for the last 24 hours. That is an ice rink out there. It is 2nd and 8 at the 46. Clock ticking at 9:17 to go. 7-6 Milford. Battle Creek with the ball. Hughes lost it. It's scooped up by Roth to the 25-yard line.
And there you have it. There's your 2nd turnover. Like I said, turnovers are going to be costly. Now Milford has the ball again deep in Battle Creek's territory. Right here, let's look at the replay of this. You'll see what happened. Right here, the quarterback drops back. Right there, he's ready to throw, but the receiver's not looking. So what does that do? He has to scramble. Big number 68 comes around, knocks it out of his hands. Here we go again right here. See, he's ready to throw the ball now, but the receiver's not looking. So on a night like this, it's going to be kind of hard to hold the ball with one hand. He knocks it out. Big Brandon Roth picks the ball up and takes it down the field.
Credit Clay Stauffer for the hit on Hughes as Hingst is rolled. Coming up big was Jeff Borchers. Lost a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Nose of the football at about the 26.5. Now they're going to give him backward progress to the 26. So they lost only a half yard. It's 2nd and 11, 8:39, 8:38, 8:37. In a tense 4th quarter in the C1 title game.
All right, here Battle Creek's defense need to step up to the test. Step up, you know. They've been playing aggressive and hard all game. Right now they need to answer the challenge. Okay, they say the offense turn the ball over, but right now we need to stop them from putting points on the board.
And this is where a back like Cunningham can be such of an asset. He carried the football there. 2 things. 1, he's so difficult to bring down because he's a north-south runner. 2, he never fumbles the ball.
And 3, chews up the clock.
Yeah. Now 8 minutes to go. In no particular hurry is Milford. Leading by 1, 7-6. Their offense has come to life. And a running play to Welsh. He is stacked up near the 21.
Ball comes loose, but he was called down.
It means 4th down. And it would be a difficult field goal from here. 37 yards if they elect to kick a field goal. They may try to go for it. Give the ball to Cunningham and see if he can make the 1st down. If not, then Battle Creek has 80 plus to get it into the end zone. But they do have the wind behind them at 7:09 to play. This might be one of the bigger plays of the ball game. Hinkst to throw it. He's got problems, but he shakes the problem. And he is alive near the first down. It just depends on the spot where they spot him. I don't think he got it. He started running sideways, Tommy Frazier, instead of turning that helmet toward the north end zone, and it might have cost him.
Well, from up here, from where I'm sitting at, it looked like he got the first down. He might have got a bad spot, but once you go forward, never run sideways, because you don't want to get the referee any reason to not give you a spot that you need.
Right here, he had the first down, but then he started moving sideways.
But right there when he got hit backwards, it should maintain forward progress.
He didn't get it.
They didn't give it to him.
Battle Creek survives by about 1.5 feet. 6:45 to go. The Braves and this prolific rushing attack headed up by Tyrone Euler and Justin Tuma, with maybe one more drive in the 1996 season. Their team is down on the board by 1, 7-6.
Now this second half has been a battle of responding. Milford defense came out, played aggressive. The offense responded. Battle Creek did his job on that series. Now it's time for Milford's offense to come out and respond.
Euler first for not much. He is wrecked at the 22. There were several of those Eagles swooping down, including our man Stolman. He got in on the mess.
Right now, I think they're trying to go to Euler a little too much right here. They need to get Toomey involved in the offense. He's the quicker of the two backs. He's the one that's going to try to probably make the big play, so they need to continue mixing it up. Right now, they're going to Euler just a little bit too much.
2nd down and 8. Tuma hasn't carried it much in the second half. Here's a blitz. Tuma reads the blitz and cannot shake the tackle of Welch. Otherwise, he might have gone somewhere, because he read the blitz beautifully and dipped to the outside. Watch how he dips to the outside just at the point of the attack.
Just exactly what I was talking about. Get a ball to Toomey, mix it up a little bit. Toomey's probably a little quicker, a little faster. He has probably a better chance of making that big play, that extra effort to get outside and make that long run.
Tuma has to pull his shoe on. The officials have stopped the football at 5:46. 3rd down and 6. Pulled Tuma's shoe out. And he's back on. 5:41.
This has turned out to be a defensive battle.
Nice big play here for both sides, specifically the purple and gold of Battle Creek. Hughes throwing the football, complete for a first down.
That was a big toss by him then. That was a big toss by Chuck Hughes.
Philpott did the hip slide. So there are 2 grabs for Philpott today for first downs. He only caught 4 passes through 12 ball games coming in. The drive stays alive. Put the football down at the 26-yard line. No, make it the 27. 5:22 to go. They're still a long way away, but they do have the wind at their back, which could make a difference if they elect to bring in Mr. Volk for a 3rd field goal attempt. First, they got to get down in position to do it. They're going to be content to run it. Tuma is into the secondary.
As I was talking about,
42-yard line and another first down.
They're looking for Euler to run the ball. They're looking for them to get the ball to Euler. But what do? Make him think Euler's going to get the ball and give it to me. There's your see. He has a big play capability.
Well, why not follow your Nebraska scholarship recruit Volk on the left side of that offensive line?
I like my chances there.
That's 15-yard gallop. More like about 14. 4:52, 4:51, 4:50. Hughes under. Tuma again. Breaking a tackle or 2, struggling ahead for 7. And it looked like he was stopped for 4. It winds up being 7.
This is just called determination. Tuma right there, he's saying, hey, we're in a battle right here. We need the extra yard. We need the yardage. So no matter what, do not go down the first contact, toss, spin, run, do whatever. Continue to keep them legs going, gain that yardage.
Timeout has been called for. Milford asks and receives. They have one remaining. 4:29 to go. Ansi Battle Creek Braves. Pensive Milford Eagles. They've got a lead of 7-6. They need to put a stop on because there's just enough time for Battle Creek to continue to go down the field as they are right now, Tommy Frazier, and get in position for a field goal attempt that would give them the lead or maybe even into the end zone.
But right now, all you're doing right now is playing for a position to get in the field goal range. That's all you need. 3 points will get you regain your lead. A touchdown is nice, but all you really need right now is get in field position to get you the field goal.
2nd down and 3. As Euler skitters across midfield for another first down to the 45-yard line.
As I said, this is a battle of responding. Battle Creek offense, Battle Creek defense is put in a difficult situation with the turnover down here. They stopped them, gave their offense a chance. Now that offense is responding with a nice drive going here in this 4th quarter.
Euler having a big day in his senior campaign, the last game of his high school career. 1st and 10 at the Eagle 45. Trying to defend the state's longest winning streak. Milford, Tuma, getting a block from Euler. Another first down, and he is out of bounds at the 33. What a complimentary duo these two guys are.
I'm nicknaming these guys Hulk and Flash. Euler's Hulk and Tuma's Flash.
4:05 to play. Easily the most competitive of all of the title games in '96. From the 33 of Milford. The same play, but a different result as Milford gets in the way of Euler. And he is down for only a 1-yard pickup to the 32. Realistically, they need at least another 15 yards to get into Volk field goal range, even with the wind at his back. Which means they need to get into about the 18 or 19, at least.
This is one of those kind of games that you would enjoy. It goes down to the wire.
2nd and 9. Tuma on that left side for the first down to the 21-yard line. And what tremendous blocking on that side of the offensive line by Potney and Volk. They have been like a convoy all 4th quarter.
And here you go. Battle Creek mixes it up. They give it a Tuma one play. He gains big yards. Give it to Euler. Bring him all back in and pop back outside with Tuma again.
Tuma is down. He is being administered to at the 21-yard line. 7-6. Milford over Battle Creek. We have 3:22 remaining to be played in the ball game. Like he's sore. He's just flat sore is what he is. Having taken a couple of shots, very tough shots here in the 4th quarter. He's going to try to walk it off, but
I guarantee you will see him back in the game before too long.
He's tougher than a 50-cent steak, Justin Tuma. Now Milford needs to find a couple of answers on defense, or pretty soon Battle Creek's going to be in the end zone.
And Milford just used their last timeout. That could be costly, but hey, Coach Hingus right now, he said, hey, we need to calm them down. We need to slow down this game. We need to cut their momentum down. So right now he feels this is the right time to call that timeout.
His drive began at the 15-yard line. As Kyle Hinkst was unable to get the first down. Tommy believes it happened, but the officials didn't give him the spot. So on downs, Battle Creek gets it. And they have since advanced the football all of this way to the 21-yard line of Milford. They need maybe another 3 or 4 yards to get into realistic Volk field goal range. But on days like today, placements are not high on the priority list.
You see things about that 4th down play when they didn't get the first down, you don't want to get the referee any advantage of saying, hey, you went backwards. You should have stayed forward. Just why you lower your head and keep going forward.
Chuck Hughes is the quarterback on first down. And he hands the ball off to a fresh eye back into the ball game, or a halfback, and that's Philpott. Philpott, same spot, same area, with all of those heavy blockers. Gets it inside the 20 to near the 15, so that's 6 yards. Clock still moving at 3:02. 3 minutes to go. It has been a masterful drive by Battle Creek to this point, and they are following the same two guys. There is no question anymore in the stadium where this football is going to go.
And the key, they're using a lot of the clock.
Euler won't go down. The whistle blows at the 14. It means third down and short at 2:33 to go. They push him back at the 12.5-yard line. He needs the 10.5.
It's a big third down for Battle Creek right here. Big third down.
Definitely in Volk field goal range now. One eye on the clock, one eye on the field. That's what everybody in the house is doing. Third down play of the season for Battle Creek. Philpott stumbles. He won't get there.
Great, that was a great play there. That was a great play by Cunningham. Oh, Cunningham looks like he could be hurt, but that was a great play by him. Steps on it in and makes the first hit and slow him down. That's all he did was slow him down and let the pursuit finish him off.
Andy Bird was the pursuit. We now have a 4th down and 3, and we have Volk on the field.
And you saw that Cunningham, all he did was just tackle, just hit him and slow him down. He knew that he would make the tackle, but just get a hand on him, slow him down. That pursuit came by and finished him off.
Clock is still running. The placement will be made by Pockup, number 38. Better get a timeout here for Battle Creek pretty soon, or they're just burning up that whole play clock, and they do just that. So here is the situation. They will spot the football at about the 21. 10 in the end zone, a 31-yard field goal attempt. He has already hit one from 22 and 29 today. He's a left-footed kicker. He will be kicking from the left side angle. 7-6, Milford with a lead of 1. Battle Creek to attempt a field goal. We have 1:21 remaining to be played. And this would be quite a way for Mr. Volk to begin his career as a Nebraska football player. He has already been offered and accepted a scholarship to play as an offensive lineman here. He is the place kicker. And he would be responsible if he converts here for all of the points for Battle Creek.
And everyone who paid the money is going to come out here sitting this cold weather. You got your fine games.
He's a right-footed kicker. They give him the lead. It's no good.
The kick just sailed to wide left. It looked good from up here, but the referee said, up on the left side, said it was no good. He had the distance, though.
The narrow goalposts were not wide enough for Mr. Volk. And Milford takes over with 1:16. 2 timeouts for Battle Creek. But it's going to be tough for the Braves now as the 29-yard field goal attempt misses.
But they do still have a chance, but they have to stop him right here. Hope for a turnover or something.
And Battle Creek slows down the run and gets a timeout.
As I mentioned just a few minutes ago.
Might have a chance to see the missed field goal attempt once more.
3,500 fans out here. Cold, -8 degrees wind chill.
A gritty drive. That was a super drive by Battle Creek to get it down there. And maybe if Tuma had been in the ball game, Philpott wouldn't have been asked to carry the football because they had been covering those dive plays on the left so much. Here is the field goal attempt. Volk looks good, setting up. 2-step approach. You can see he missed it to the left just an ounce.
Yeah, if we were playing on Battle Creek on Milford Field, kick would have been good.
Yep.
But
goalposts in college football are narrower than high
we're in
school.
Memorial Stadium.
Yep.
They wanted the games here, so they have to suffer the consequences. Could have went either way then.
About 3 feet, so it would have been close. That's how much narrower they are over high school goalposts. Second down. And we return to action with 1:09 to go. Milford must cover 9 yards from the 22.
Brandon
We
Roth.
have an illegal procedure penalty.
Mr. Roth tried to get off the ball just a little too fast. He's feeling the intensity. He feels that his game is wrapped up. He's ready to celebrate.
Battle Creek should have just 1 timeout remaining. They called 1 before the field goal attempt and 1 after the first down play. The scoreboard here says 2. Quarterback Hinks carries the football. Not going to matter. Not going to matter much at all. He's going to take it all the way for a touchdown.
And that put the nail in the coffin. That did it right there, folks.
An 83-yard touchdown gallop. As they read the blitz, they found a crease, and Kyle Hinks lugs it all the way for 6. And recapturing of the state championship looks a solid bet now.
And there you have it. It's the same play that they scored on the first touchdown. That little quarterback sweep, follow the block. Here's the replay again. It's the same play right here. He followed his blockers up in there.
Cunningham with a key block right there.
And as they say, speed kills. Once he got into the open, there was no one going to catch him.
Point after attempt is good. Berkey does his job, and the celebration in Milford is about to begin. It is 14-6. We have 56 seconds remaining to be played. And now Battle Creek must get into the end zone and complete a 2-point conversion to send this thing to overtime. They have but 1 timeout remaining.
Second half, you have to take your hats off to this Milford coaching staff, because the first half, that offense looked like they didn't have a clue on that they were playing a game here tonight. But the second half, both sides of the ball really came out and played aggressive, played real confident, and kept their poise. And look, 56 seconds left in the game. They're up 14-6.
We mentioned earlier in the game that Battle Creek was in position to make Milford pay for a blitz. Well, wouldn't you know, the irony strikes, and Milford gets the blitz when they want it, how they want it, and it results in a long touchdown run by quarterback Kyle Hinks. Tuma is back into the ballgame. They need him. And he scrambles out to the 42. We have 48 seconds.
One timeout.
Field goal doesn't mean anything anymore. They got to get into the end zone. Just 1 timeout, as Tommy said. And they got to cover about 58 yards.
Which is possible in football. A couple deep passes, you're in the end zone. So Battle Creek still has a chance, but they're going to have to do it right now. They can't wait till tomorrow. Right now is when they're going to have to do it.
Hughes and Bakendall together have only completed 38 passes all season. Here is Chuck Hughes under. Spread formation. He's going to let it rip. He throws the ball. Bakendall is down there, and he's got it at the 20. He's to the 10, to the 5, and it's a touchdown for Battle Creek. Unbelievable.
In 1,000 years, you would never think that would happen. The first play, takeoff, touchdown.
The 2 quarterbacks together.
Here's a play again. He drops back. He sits there and waits. He has all the time in the world. All he needs to do is just throw a good pass. Right there. He goes up, catches it. All he has to do is just outrun the defender to the end zone. You know what? That's what he does.
A pall has come over the west stands where the Milford Eagles were crowing about a championship. They can still win it, but they have to be shocked as Battle Creek pulls to within 2. My goodness, Tommy Fraser, what an unbelievable fourth quarter.
And that was the first thing they needed to happen, was to get in the end zone. That's only 6 points, but this 2-point conversion is the most important play of the game. As you see touchdown again, it's just one of those things where I throw the ball up, receiver goes up, catches and runs. One of the things, catch and run.
That has to be the longest pass play of the season for Battle Creek. I mean, these are no apostles of Curly Lambeau. These people love to run the football. Coach Schnitzler's bunch, pretty gritty. Things look grim. 48 seconds and 58 yards. But in one play, they score it. And now they're going to go for two to try and tie it and send this game potentially into overtime.
By far from being over. And still by far from being over.
Euler made a valiant attempt.
The ball just thrown a little bit out of his reach, but a great effort. Here you see the play again. He rolls out. He's looking for Euler all the way. He just couldn't hang on to it. He just couldn't hang on to it.
37 seconds.
But this game is still a long way from being over.
It is 14-12. That close to being even. That's a pretty disappointing way to potentially finish your career after you were so effective here in the title game. You did doggone near everything for your team.
And I bet you in my money coming up is an onside kick.
I didn't think you football players bet.
Well, we don't, but they just...
I read it. C1, number 1 and number 2, and these two teams are playing like the best two. 14-12, the champs with a lead over the perennial threats from Battle Creek. And an onside kick to commence, no doubt.
This has turned out to be one football game.
That first half was just not much at all offensively. They didn't get going offensively until the fourth quarter, and then both teams start moving it up and down the field.
This is what you pay your money for. This is what championship games should be all about.
Hughes is going to skip it along the ground. The good hands people are up front for Milford. It goes the 10 yards. Milford chases after it. The Battle Creek guys may have a hand on it. Battle Creek football with 37 seconds left. As we look at it again, you'll see none of the Milford Eagles could get enough traction to find the football.
And that was an unorthodox kick, because outside kicks, so most 9 times out of 10, when you kick the ball, you want to kick the ball to the side of the heads of most players. That time they went to the side where there was only three on Battle Creek players. Somehow they went in there and brought the ball out.
We got a ball game at the 48, 37 seconds. And again, the field goal scenario builds itself. They don't need to get into the end zone. They just need to get into position for another shot out of Oak. The officials are discussing something. They have awarded the football to Battle Creek. And there is Chuck Hughes and company. Euler gets a chance for atonement. And Tuma is into the game. They retape his ankle. They'll throw for it. Bachendahl, this one's intercepted. Chad Geiger, playing deep safety, this time goes for the ball and gets it.
What happened then? They tried to run the same play that they scored a touchdown on. The first time the defensive back jumped up and missed the ball, but this time he sat back, the ball was still overthrown, made a great catch, Milford ball. And you can see here, they tried to run that same play they scored on the previous play. So there you have it, you just overthrew it, the guy, defensive back is there, wait for it to come down and catch it.
Well, you know, it is sometimes typical of ball clubs trying to go for everything at once. They still had the out of boundaries. They still had Euler and what he can do in the open field, and they didn't need to get a touchdown. They needed to get it down the field, and they asked for maybe a little bit more than they were capable of getting. One snap, and that might be it. Milford survives an exasperating finish. 18 seconds, 17 seconds.
That was the last play of the game. Milford doesn't have to run another play.
We are at 10 seconds. Marty Hink's team wears the crown and keeps the crowd.
And that is what state championship games ought to be played like. Where it goes down to the wire. Neither team has a big advantage, but it goes down to the last play.
A shocking last half minute of the ball game, but a victory nonetheless for the Eagles of Milford, who begin the year number 1 and end the year number 1. 14-12 over Battle Creek. Well, there were so many moments of denouement in the ball game, Tommy Frazier. You had close calls on 3rd down and 4th down plays. You had tip passes, some passes just out of the reach. You had injured Braves and injured Eagles. No question that what Battle Creek was able to do is take the running game of Cunningham away, but then you had a hero in Kyle Hinks take advantage, hang in there, and in the 4th quarter make it all work. Battle Creek's vaunted running game was as advertised, but when Tuma went out, that affected them. They didn't have that second threat, and they could key on Euler, could Milford, and the running game wasn't the same even with the blocking of Volk over there and his running mate at guard, Heath Padme. And then, of course, the missed field goal, which could have made such a difference.
Well, I stated early before the game that Battle Creek knew they were going to try to get Cunningham the ball. They knew they were going to try to run it, but I told them they need to find someone other than Cunningham to play above what they've been playing all year. They found that guy in their quarterback tonight, Kyle Hensick. He did a great job running the ball. He just did a great job in the second half just directing his offense down the field. Put 14 points on the board. Congratulations, Milford. You are the state champions.
So on a frosty night in Lincoln, the hearts of Milford were warmed by a brilliant performance in clutch time. And now, we turn it back over to the voice of Memorial Stadium for the medal presentation as Marty shakes the water out of his ear. Here's Rick Schwiger.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is pleased to have awards for both of these outstanding teams. NSAA Board of Control member Bill Schnorr of Coleridge will present the trophy to Battle Creek and Marshall Adams to Milford. First, to the runners-up, Battle Creek High School. And now the presentation of the runner-up medals to the Braves. Number 6, Lance Timperley. Number 8, Chuck Hughes. Number 9, Ross Buckendahl. Number 10, Brandon Seifert. Number 12, Chris Besmer. Number 14, Brent Wood. Number 20, Ben Amon. Number 22, Aaron Philpott. Number 23, Brad Freudenberg. Number 25, Andrew Barra. Number 31, Chris Goodwater. Number 32, Scott Kudera. Number 34, Bo Bierman. Number 35, Tyrone Euler. Number 37, Justin Tuma. Number 38, Matt Pocup. Number 39, Nate Stender. Number 40, Brent Werner. Number 41, Matt Swartz. Number 48, Cody Roward. Number 52, Clinton Mavis. Number 55, Matt Obst. Number 56, Jeff Borchers. Number 60, Travis Podney. Number 62, Mike Seelmeyer. Number 65, Ryan Volk. Number 66, Eric Scranton. Number 68, John Rath. Number 70, Cody Volk. Number 72, Heath Podney. Number 76, Dave Volk. Number 77, Chad Schnorr. Number 78, Ryan Kleintove. Number 82, Doug Carlson. Number 83, Mitch McCormick. Number 85, Scott Landman. Number 87, Brian Anderson. And number 88, Nick Sovereign. And now players and coaches. Here's your school's Class C1 runner-up trophy. Congratulations to Battle Creek High School. And now, for your 1996 State Class C1 champions from Milford High School. Coach Marty Hingst. Accept our championship coach plaque. And now for the presentation of the gold medals to the Milford Eagles. Number 10, Luke Hostetler. Number 12, Nolan Reel. Number 22, Jonathan Peeney. Number 35, Randy Norris. Number 38, Joel Wesley. Number 50, Tony Jacobson. Number 62, Rustin Riley. Number 63, Jake Schuckebeyer. Number 79, Reed Rediger. Number 89, Vinny Pasho. Number 3, Bryce Roth. Number 15, Brandon Stutzman. Number 20, Zach Schlegel. Number 31, Andy Fiala. Number 51, Jonathan Roth. Number 56, Nathan Bennett. Number 70, Brad Eberspacher. Number 80, Jamie McAuliffe. Number 81, Adam Walla. Number 5, Chad Geiger. Number 11, Jason Berkey. Number 19, DJ Yoder. Number 25, Jason Welch. Number 44, BJ Kramer. Number 54, Kurt Michaelis. Number 58, Dan Mathis. Number 69, Andy Bird. Number 77, Nick Zimmerman. Number 1, Brandon Roth. Number 2, Derek Stutzman. Number 4, Kyle Hinkst. Number 45, Mike Cunningham. Number 52, Todd Roth. Number 65, Brian Stolman. Number 73, Dave Bishop. Number 75, Corey Hostetler. Number 80, Phil Kramer. And number 88, Clay Stoffer. And now, coaches and players, please accept this, the 1996 C1 State Football Championship Trophy. Defending state champions.
Now the Milford Eagles swoop down and get another state championship, Tommy Frazier. Back-to-back titles for the Eagles as they wear number 1 throughout this 96 football season and survive an exhilarating, tingling last minute of the ball game to subdue always tough Battle Creek. Final score 14-12.
When you start off the season and you start off that spring training, the two-a-days, this is what you out there for. To be able to come back and play in the final game. I just want to take my hat off. I want to say congratulations to Battle Creek because they really came out and made this one heck of a game. But thanks goes to Milford because they are the defending champions.
Milford makes the plays in the second half. They get a couple of scores, and then a big interception late in the contest to beat Battle Creek and win C1 14-12 here at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. That'll do it for former Husker All-American Tommy Frazier. This is Jim Rose saying so long. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you again next time.